Madden NFL 24, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a third-round pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
Rudolph going to throw it to start out. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. taken right on the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Jets will take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
They'll run with Hall.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st down, Wilson.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Rudolph on 1st down. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Going to run the toss here to Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on the guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Wilson. And able to find Alan Lazard. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a 1st down.
That's complete to Lazard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
A give running right is Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Six nothing our score after 1. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. This a 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. From the gun, here's Rudolph. He gets this one to Johnson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll give to Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Rudolph off play action. It's brought in by Harris. And Najee going to have the Steelers 1st down as he gets this up past the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here comes a 1st down throw from Rudolph. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. Pickens on the slant.
Complete to George Pickens. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
This 2nd and 4. Back to the air, Rudolph. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Rudolph off the bootleg. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the yards there and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Here's a quick throw to Freiermuth.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
In motion left goes a tight end.
First down, they start out with Abanikanda.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Still going inside the 20.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rudolph. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin.
catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Rudolph on 1st down. Quick completion here to Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Rudolph now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Rudolph throwing again. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Rudolph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Rudolph. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Rudolph. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first, this from 41. Boswell's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Holding offense.
Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2nd and 20. Wilson will throw again. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Powers through. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 1st down, Rudolph. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Harris running straight ahead. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They hand this off to Harris. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rudolph looking to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
47-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. New York ready to go again offensively.
They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to it?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Running left, it's Hall. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Rudolph on 1st down. Got his man, it's Warren. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On first down, it's Rudolph. Johnson's got it complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 49-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Back to the air, Rudolph. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, on first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now it's Rudolph.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to...
Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth from 10 yards out.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
No first down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
129 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
On second down, it's Abanikanda.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Wilson.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
So now the Steelers down by 11, a little under 1:50 remaining. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores.
Now Rudolph.
it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Rudolph. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter, because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here comes a 1st down throw from Rudolph. Over the middle, complete. That's Warren. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. And that one to the right side and incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Throw out wide is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Rudolph going to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, 53 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. New York set to take the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.